studios in beautiful, sunny Southern California. It is the Big Business Show.
What the hell
Costa
show is
here.
that?
Our executive producer, Greg Todorov, right there.
Big Business Show?
And the man behind the bar, our captain, who's driving the ship, our big toe, the big cheese, the big guy, king of the mountain, top of the world, Sully. How are you?
I have notes. I've got notes.
Am I going to get hauled into the principal's office afterwards? Okay.
Okay. Just gotta make sure the mic's on. I don't know of a show called The Big Business Show.
The Big Biz Show.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, The Big Biz Show.
Nailed it.
Thank you
Nailed
so
it, Costa.
much.
Hey, great to have you along today. One of my favorite people in the whole wide world, Robert Nistico. Bob Nistico is the founder and CEO of a company called Splash Beverage Group. Of course, you have seen them, proprietors of Salt Tequila, Copa Deino, Popo Loco, and they are, this is a company run by a guy who was, I think, the number 5 employee at Red Bull.
Yeah, that's pretty legit.
He was senior vice president, general manager of Red Bull North America, starting from 0 sales to 1.45 billion sales under his tenure. And this is why I like, you bet on the jockey, not the horse necessarily. That's why I'm betting on Robert Nistico. Bob, how are you, sir? Good to see you, pal.
Hello, gentlemen. How are you today?
Good. Hey, couple of things. Let's talk about some of the great news that's come out in the last couple of days, because you guys are obviously garnering the confidence and respect from Wall Street and its investors. Talk about that, because pretty good press release you put out here yesterday.
Yeah, we're excited because we're bringing on financial partners that can really help us realize our entire vision. And the vision is good, it's solid, it's a great plan. So we're excited that people share that vision with us and are willing to put their money where their mouth is.
Hey, Robert, when you started this company, was the landscape different for the retail beverage business than it is right now, or is it changed for the better? Is it about the same? Is it like the old days? Talk about the overall industry for a second.
Yeah, it's a great question because it's constantly evolving, actually. Even a couple of decades ago, you couldn't marry distribution styles together. Today, you can have non-alcoholics mixed up with wine, beer, spirit companies. Beer companies are delivering spirits. It's a very different landscape. And frankly, if you don't know what you're doing, it's kind of hard to navigate.
Sure. In fact, I forgot to mention Tap Out. Tap Out is your recovery drink that really made a lot of news last year. Then that's the new packaging, right?
That's the new energy.
Yeah,
energy
love it. And that made big news with respect to your distribution with Walmart. So let's talk about distribution, because you said the first day you were ever on the air with me, the importance of distribution is always underestimated. Let's talk about that for a minute.
Yeah, so our hydration and recovery product has tremendous distribution, moving along very, very well. The energy drink we just released.
Yeah.
So samples have gone to distribution, they've gone to retail. But an interesting small factoid, and it doesn't mean much, but it is an interesting, what I like to call tea leaf. There are more cases of Tap Out energy drink being sold through our online platform called QFlash and via Amazon than I've seen of all our brands combined. And that's a very interesting fact.
Wow. 2
reasons for that. I think the energy drink space is nowhere near done expanding, and people are excited about this particular product. So far online, it's selling very, very well.
So here's my question for you also. If you think in terms of the energy drink market versus the recovery drink market, is there a huge bifurcation there? I mean, will the same people buy this? Because you've had really great success with Tap Out Recovery. I'm assuming Tap Out Energy is a natural for that same exact audience.
Yeah, it's another good question. You have good questions today, Sully.
Hey, listen, even a broken clock's right twice a day.
Well, actually, there are 2 very different usage occasions. One is really, truly just hydration and recovery, and the other is instant performance. So, yeah, if your consumer believes in one, they'll believe in the other. And if you look at some of our competitors, it's really a great point of differentiation for Splash and Tap Out. You don't necessarily see a Powerade energy drink. You don't see a Gatorade energy drink that I'm aware of.
Right.
It's very small. But we have both, so we'll be able to cover both usage occasions.
let's talk about Copa Deino. Let's talk about the other category. Copa Deino, of course, which we're looking at here for the audience who hasn't seen this, I think is really interesting because you've taken a little bit different approach. Not only are you taking shelf approach, but you're also taking mass marketing approach through sporting events and such like that. And that seems like I can't remember the last time anybody other than a beer tap took that sort of approach to marketing. Talk about that.
Yeah, so it just two key points here. Number one, James Martin, the guy who went on Shark Tank and turned down the money both times, he was really the innovator in quality single-serve wine. Versus the small 4-packs with the little glass bottles in them. Nothing wrong with those products, but this is Columbia Valley wine, and James comes from a long line of very good winemakers. So already really was the innovation for quality single-serve wine that you see across the country today in grocery and convenience. And in our case, we made it even a little more convenient, and so we went large venue, to your point. So we're going after stadium, but we're also very highly present and visible in traditional categories like convenience stores, and now we're really going after grocery.
Yeah, well, a key differentiator. Mike Costa has never been familiar with a single serving of wine, and of course, me and Todorov have never been familiar with a single serving of tequila.
Bag.
So that's why they come in a handy 5-pack.
Yes.
Used to be a 6-pack when I was bringing it over. We missed it. So now it has a handy carrying case for your cell phone and your keys. Hey, Robert, what's next for you guys? Your acquisition trail, I know, just from following news and such, has been the key to success here along the way, along with your ability for distribution, your influencer marketing and such like that. What's next for you guys? Let's talk about the hunt for the next great beverage product, whether it be non-alcoholic or alcoholic. Are you guys still having your radar out there for the next greatest thing?
Yeah, absolutely. It's the most important thing for us. It's always been the bigger part of the vision for the platform called Splash Beverage Group. So our intention was to manage our legacy brands to a point where they're becoming successful, and that gives value and credibility to the organization. Now we're targeting much larger acquisitions. Obviously can't give names at this point. Sure. But that's really a very, very important and probably what we're going to be focused on for the next 12, 18, 24 months. So stay tuned.
Hey, and Robert, last of all, as far as distribution goes for let's say the rest of 2023, is this a daily thing? Much like in the television business, especially when you're trying to get reach, it's always about affiliate marketing, trying to get more cities in. Is it for you? Is it always trying to get more stores? Is this an everyday thing for you guys?
Yeah, remember, we're still a relatively small and young company, so that's a great problem because there's a ton of runway in front of us with respect to retail shelf presence. So yeah, we've got the Publixes of the world, we've got the Ralphs of the world, and you name it. But there's so many more to go. So distribution, but also consider this fact: we buy something.
Yeah.
We're going to use that distribution as well.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, we got to get you back in San Diego, pal. You got to see the new stadium. There's a Splash Beverage nightclub over here in the corner that we're going to brand over here with all of your stuff. Thanks, Robert. I appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon. Robert Nistico, founder and CEO of Splash Beverage Group, stock symbol SBEV. You can go to splashbeveragegroup.com. You can go to salttequila.com. You can go to drinktapout.com. You can put them all to our website, bigbizshow.com. We'll see you in a minute.